All right. Hey, everyone, Todd here, internalarchitect.com. In this video, I want to talk about the spirit of survival. Now, this is something that has always been a big part for me, especially as I'm going through cancer a second time. But before I begin, please hit subscribe below and hit the bell for notifications so you know when I put out a new video. And yeah, and just keep... God dang it. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm having my moment. So the spirit of survival, right? So, there's mental health is such an important part of being a cancer survivor and as a patient too, because you are just bombarded with so much stuff, so many things, so much information that it's hard to really keep track of this. So it's really important to kind of shift your mindset a little bit into a place to where you can actually learn from this. It's really easy to kind of go down that path of having a hard time, really feeling like you're never going to get over that hump. And I think it's a better way to kind of just remove yourself from that mindset altogether and kind of boil it down to kind of the day-to-day things that need to be done. A good example is not trying to look too far into the future, because there are just so many things, so many responsibilities that you have to still deal with as a cancer survivor, regardless of your treatment, regardless of everything else. And I think it's really hard because it's really, it's hard to stay motivated when you, after treatment, and you are just feeling like absolute hell from either the chemotherapy or the radiation. Now, I don't know too much about radiation, but it looks like I'm going to get to know it all too well here real soon. But the chemotherapy side of it, it's, there's still these things that have to get accomplished no matter what is going on within your life. Now, for people that are new to cancer, it's really easy to be discouraged and disheartened because of the diagnosis in itself. There's a stigma that goes around, that doesn't go around. There's a stigma that cancer is a death sentence. And that's not true. I mean, yes, it is still one of the leading causes of death in humanity at this point, but it's getting a lot better. It's getting easier. And you just need to know that. And you need to understand the statistics that they are getting better. It's getting the survival rates of multiple cancers is getting better and better and better each year as technology and as treatments get better for you, So with that said, it's still, the stigma of it is still really, really important to understand, and then to be able to take it and kind of flip it on its head and be able to tell yourself, okay, I have a lot of things I have to do no matter what happens. And this is a tough one to kind of wrap your head around. No matter what happens to me in the future, whether I survive or I don't, I'm still going to accomplish things that I really care about. And I'm going to do things that really make life meaningful. And I can't say that it's easy because, we all have different circumstances in our lives that make it a little bit easier, or maybe even harder, because whether or not you have insurance, whether or not you have support, all these things come into play for each individual. In my case, I am fortunate that I am on my wife's insurance and that I do have a good support system. So that really helps motivate me to be positive. But I know there's a lot of you out there that don't have that support and may not even have the insurance to be able to fight this. So it's all coming out of your pocket, and it's all really, it can be really frustrating. And I just want you to know, I do completely understand where you're coming from, because it wreaks havoc on you. The first time I went through cancer, fortunately, I did have insurance, but it still cost a lot of money out of pocket. And I almost had to file for bankruptcy because of it. And just until recently, in the last year or so, I actually felt like I was getting out of that hole. And this was almost 9 years ago that this, that I ended up going through cancer the first time through lymphoma. So it's, I, I want you to know that I empathize with you that are having a hard time and are struggling with this. And that's why it's even more critical to really take the time to really get into that spirit of of everything that goes on with cancer, and really changing that mindset and really changing your approach. Like I said, this isn't something that's going to happen overnight, and this isn't something that's going to happen immediately, because we all want instant gratification, believe me. But it really just comes down to, and that's why I like calling it the spirit of survival, because it really does kind of emanate from the spirit, from yourself, into this next phase of what your journey is going to be. And as soon as you turn that mindset into a growth mindset, and you start really building on that, and you start doing things that are good for you, you hang out with people that are meaningful, that may care about you, that you feel are going to help you through this journey. That's just a speck, but it's a start to getting you moving through the entire process. So that's really the biggest thing, is the spirit of survival is really just about turning your mindset and your mentality into a place to where you feel like you can accomplish anything. And that includes beating cancer too. That's where I'm at. That's what I know I am focused on, is making sure that I tell myself every single day when I look at myself in the mirror that I'm going to beat this. I'm going to kick its ass. Cancer does not have anything on me, and I am going to continue living and enjoying my life, because I personally have a lot of things that I want to accomplish, and I have a lot of information and stories that I'd like to share with you all. So yeah, that's kind of what I have. That's what I was thinking about today at work. And if you have any questions or comments, please hit me in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I just want to say thank you very much for all your time and energy into watching the videos, because I'm putting this out there for you guys, and for you to watch it really means a lot to me. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you on the next video.